What's going on, everyone? I want to teach you today probably one of the most fundamental things that you need to know in life. But in the meantime, this is my cat. He is drinking out of the sink. I think he's drinking I had a salad earlier and I had salad dressing in it. And I filled it with hot water and he's now drinking it. His ass is sticking out, his tail is here. He couldn't give a shit what's going on, right? This man, if he were a man, would probably be very... Oh, you're done now. Cool. You know what? This is actually what I'm talking about. This is my dude. This is Wesley Whiskers. Say hello. What's up, bro? Yeah, this is my dude. How you doing, man? Say hello to everybody. You like living here? Alright, well, I don't want to talk to you, so there. See, one of the most fundamental important things that you can actually learn, and this is real, is to not care what people think of you. Okay? And here's why. When you care about what somebody thinks of you, you hinder yourself, your growth, you hinder your forward momentum in every direction. Okay? I'm going to give you a quick example. I went to an investing seminar when I was young. Good man. Keep it going. Be my background visuals. Let's see them. Yeah, it's sort of. I went to a seminar when I was younger, and it was on investing. There was a guy who was one of my neighbors, and he knew, I was looking to be as successful as possible at a young age. I think I was 18. He took me to this seminar because he needed somebody to come with. It was a free dinner, one of those things, and it was one of those get-rich-quick schemes. It's a bunch of bullshit. But if you understand that everything in life is a metaphor, you can perceive from complete garbage. I mean, you can, bear with me, you can learn from drug dealers. You can learn from the hierarchy of what you'd learn by watching like Drugs Incorporate. You can learn and apply the same principles at which these guys utilize. You can do that. So anyways, I went to this investors thing, and it was a get-rich-quick scheme and all that kind of stuff, but the guy selling it, the tools at which he utilized to sell what he was doing, the number one thing I remember, he stood in front of everybody, and he stood there, right? There was a sea of people, all right, and I was in that sea, and he held up a $20 bill, and this is how he started his seminar. He took that $20 bill, and he said, the first person to take this $20 bill from my hand, it's theirs, and he put his hand out. Suddenly, people realized he was serious. And you had people stand up and come towards him, people near the front row, and they started to walk. Well, there was this one guy, and he jumped out of his seat. Now, I'm judging based upon his clothes, okay? Based upon this man's clothes, he was wearing a stained tan, I don't know, overshirt, something like that. He ran by everybody. He ran by everyone and grabbed that $20 out of that man's hand. Now, the man did not flinch. And he said to him, "Thank you very much for demonstrating the reason we're all here. You can have a seat." Right? You know what? Actually, I am really thirsty. So, what I gathered from that, and the sales guy didn't go into it too much, but what I gathered from that is that we hold ourselves to certain societal standards, right? Anywhere we go. You don't want to be too loud in certain environments. You don't want to really speak your true opinion in other environments. And there's a time and place to keep your mouth shut. Absolutely. But this guy was not in the front row. This guy was not even in the middle. This guy was kind of towards the back. Judging by his clothes, I would say that he doesn't have that much money. Then again, judging by my truck, you would judge I don't have a lot of money. But the thing is that he jumped up, did not care what anybody thought of him. He saw the prize of which he wanted. He ran by everybody and didn't care that he probably looked like a fool in certain people's eyes. But guess what? In those people's eyes who judged him as a fool, they missed out on $20. And I was one of them. And I vowed to myself that day, if anybody else ever said, got $20 for you, I would not care, whatever. I'd jump up, I'd bang out of the chair, and I'd go and get it. See, what that man knew is what really successful people in any area of their life know. You know, you go to like let's take Planet Fitness, right? Planet Fitness, a no judgment zone, please. Anyways, let's all eat our pizza and bagels and whatever. When you go to Planet Fitness, they have this rule, this the lunk alarm, right? No grunting, no whatever, no boots, no this, no that. Okay. Well, here's the thing. If you're truly physically exerting your power and your strength, okay? I don't care if you're a man or a woman, you're going to make a noise, okay? You can't drop the weights, you can't do this, you can't do that. I got a secret for you. A real bodybuilder oftentimes will drop the weight. The reason he'll drop the weight is well, there's a few reasons, but he will pick up such a heavy load and get to a point and physically exert himself to some crazy amount where he's spent. And if he puts that weight down easy, he can actually hurt himself. So that's a real practice, drop the weight, you know? But he's called a lunk, which completely defeats the purpose of the no judgment zone. But anyways, if you go to Planet Fitness and you try to lift for real and you try to get real results, people are going to look at you like, the hell is wrong with you? But the point is, that guy who does not care what you think about him, if indeed he knows what he's doing, is going to far surpass you in the gains that you're going to get because he does not care, right? See, what that man who ran down the aisle to go get that $20 knew is that if he cared about what everybody else thought, he would be in the same boat as everybody else, right? Caring what people think about you is going to hold you back in every single aspect of your life, you know? Now, I cannot claim that I don't care what people think about me. I cannot claim that. That's just not what I'm wired for. But I can claim that on a daily basis, I try to better myself. And in one of the areas that I better myself is pushing myself to do what I want to do regardless of those around me. Watch that with animals. I'm not telling you to go take a shit in the middle of the road like a bear, but a bear doesn't care at all. I've seen two bears actually fighting, and one of them took a shit while they're fighting, just on the ground, and continued fighting. And I don't remember if he's the one that won or not, but the point is he didn't care. He's a bear. I don't care if I crap myself. I'm going to kick your ass. Right? Try that in a boxing match. Aw, I'm going to kick your ass. Like, no, I don't want to fight you. Like, anyways, the point is you can get held back in every aspect of your life. And what this channel's about is conquering the parts of you that need to be changed for you to be successful in whichever area and aspect of your life you want to conquer. You know, I like to use comparisons to approaching women a lot, because for men there's this massive fear, and I've felt it too. You know, I'm not freaking perfect, but there's this massive fear about approaching women and stuff. But the thing is that, let's say that you're in line at Dunkin'. You know what? I was in line at Dunkin' Donuts, and I was standing in line, and there was this girl that came in, stood behind me, maybe like 4 or 5 people back or something like that, and she definitely caught my eye. She was what I go for physically. And, you know, it doesn't say she's a great person, but I'll see what's up. Absolutely. So I get my coffee and I get whatever. And I was buying coffees for my guys or something like that. And I go to walk out of the place and I get to my truck and I'm like, you know what? That's a bunch of bullshit. You know? Just because there's a bunch of people in line and they're separating me and her. When you look around your life and yourself in society, the odds are you don't know many people standing around you, right? So that guy at the seminar who ran down the aisle, has he ever met one of us before? You know, he was probably in his 40s. He's in his 40s. He's never met any of us before. Why does our opinion of him matter? It doesn't. Not really. So the thing is, I went back inside the Dunkin' Donuts place, and I got back in the line. You know, this was probably a few years ago. And, you know, I didn't have all the confidence that I have nowadays and all that kinds of shit. But I stood there, and I'm like, I'm going to say something. I don't know what, but I'm going to do it. Well, I get back into the line, and I buy a gift certificate for like $5. You know, that's my excuse. Well, the point was she was a few ahead of me. I'm looking, I'm like, she gonna leave. Oh. So I'm standing there, I'm getting my gift certificate, and she turns around and walks out the door. I said, fuck it. I go, excuse me. And she turns around, you know, she didn't hear me the first time. I said, excuse me, the girl walking out the door. That's a good pickup line. Yeah, buddy. Excuse me, girl walking out the door. She turns around, and I said, can you hold on 1 second? I'd like to meet you. Mr. Casanova, that's me. And, you know, I finished up with the gift certificate and stuff, and I walked up to her. I was like, hey, what's going on? You really caught my eye. I wanted to talk with you. You know, I mean, I didn't really have much better to say because that's the truth. Did it hurt? Well, when you fell from heaven. Anyways, try not to be a tool. Anyways, but the point is that I've never seen those people before in my life. And I think somewhere innately inside of people, there's a part of them that envy when they see somebody do something like that in public. Because most people won't, you know? Most people won't get up and go run for that money at the front. Most people won't take the chance of getting rejected in public for something that they want, you know? So, you know, anyways, we went outside, we talked and stuff, exchanged numbers and you know, whatever. But the point is that what that seminar taught me, and what you have to remind yourself on a daily basis, what areas do you want to grow? And then grow in those areas. And that's the way that you're going to get there. So have a healthy respect for the society at which you live in. You know, you don't like it here, go to Russia, go to Germany, go to some other place. You don't like America, you want to walk around naked, you get arrested, so go join a commune. I mean, there are places for you to be. So have a healthy respect for the society at which you live in, but have a more healthy respect for yourself and what you want to achieve. Go get it. Woo! Nailed that video, baby. No stuttering. Listen to it. Don't have to edit. Going to sleep now. Free throw. Woo!